Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. 4 years ago, I made a video on how to do this with this frame, and we're just going to do it. This is a photograph. I want to make a copy and use it later. But the person asked how you would do it as a heart, so I thought I'd go over this. This is pretty cool. For this to work, you got to go to bitmap, convert to bitmap, and say OK. And it's going to make it a bitmap for this to work because most effects are under bitmaps. And then I'm going to go to creative and frame. And there's the frame I picked, and there's a lot of variables you could put in. Just say okay. And then you have a torn photograph off of that. Now, somebody asked me today, how could you do it in a heart? Well, I didn't do a very good job. I was just playing around, but it's really, really easy. We're going to take a heart, and your heart shape is underneath your common shapes or basic shape, depending on what version you have. And I'm going to make a heart. I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. And I'm going to use the distort tool. There's probably a couple ways you could do it. I'm going to hit the zipper, and I'm going to make sure it's picked. And then I'm going to start adding nodes, and then adding, things like that. So you could have it just like that, or you could change it, go back and make it more, more or less, it's putting more on the arches, but you can still change all that. And you could actually put your photograph in there now. And let's see if there's another way we could do that. Let's go to the roughing tool, see what the roughing tool would do. Oh man, that's going to work. Let's make it like 4 inches. Let's zoom in here and see what it does. You could do just certain parts, and then this way you would be kind of even. But you could still, you don't have to go with that. You could take the shape tool and, well, let's do this. Let's say you did too much. Well, one, you could back up, but two, you could get the smoothing tool and smooth those out a little bit. But you could also get your shape tool. And if you did a lot of them, it would be more like the torn picture. But you could do, this is where your artistic ability would come into play if you, did something like this. And I'm not going to, do the whole photograph. You could actually save time by cutting this thing in half, and, and you could select double nodes and then go back. I'm not doing a great job of, and, while we're talking about this, let's say you like that and you've done a lot of work on that half. The other way you could do it would be to take a 2-point line and cut this. Well, see, it's not in half anymore because I've done so much work on it. But we could take this bar and kind of put it in the middle and then delete this half. And this is a little bit overkill, but now you can Control D while holding down the control button. Now you kind of got an equal look. I was smart, fill that. I was using white on my last video. Fill that in, and what that does, that creates a new object. And then from there, you could left click, right click, and then you could change it a little bit, so you wouldn't have to take up so much work. We could get the smoothing tool, and, you have to click on the item and smooth out some of these, get the shape tool back and maybe delete so it wouldn't look so uniform all the way across, like you wouldn't want like that. So look, we've got that done now. And, I'm going to say that I don't really like that. So let's do it one more time and just use the extrude tool, common shape, make a heart, go up to the extrude tool, make sure it's on zipper, and make sure you got it selected, and then start adding nodes. And if you add the nodes first, maybe that will help you. And then when you get back to the extrude tool, then you could start doing the offset. And if, you could go too far, and you could always back it up. And then if you wanted more, and make it a little bit more pronounced, let's say that's good. That's what you like that. Now just bring in your picture. Of course, now our object's too big, but make your picture and just center it. Make sure you can see the red. You've got to be able to see the red line, and you want to make sure you get all the young man's bat and everything in there. And then select it all, and you can intersect that and look at that. Kind of a torn picture. And your artistic ability, you could almost do anything with it. And there's probably several other ways we could do that, and I might even research that and make a second video. Anyway, I hope that answered their question a little bit. Thank you for watching.